actually are not filming this in a recording studio, contrary to popular belief.
I know. We're so famous and so popular and so rich.
Right? We are filming this on Discord. We
are humble because we're only doing it because in Discord and not like a recording studio because like COVID. Like,
yeah, exactly. We're like
we have to quarantine.
Like we're being respectful. We're like
we're very. Don't worry, guys. We know.
I put like okay, I'm not gonna put a timer, but I'm gonna put like
a counter.
Yeah, like a counter.
Like a stopwatch.
Okay. So, because we just want to make sure we don't talk too long.
We don't want to talk too long and bore the viewers, sweetheart, sugar.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the first episode of the Gals podcast.
Oh my god. We have had a lot of requests to start a podcast from all the fans.
From all the fans, yeah.
All the fans, and
we actually have a third member of the Gals, Reba McEntire, but she's just not here today.
Yeah, she's sick. She's on vocal rest because she has a performance.
And, like, we understood. We were like, oh, you can't be there for,
we're like okay, like, we get it. Like, your singing career comes first.
The podcast comes second.
For now.
She'll be on here soon. Don't worry.
She'll be on here soon. Don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry, sugar.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
She also couldn't figure out how to work Discord.
Yeah, she's not very, like, she doesn't really know how that all works. She's just
a sweet Southern gal. She don't know how any of this.
She's just a gal from the South. That's all she is, sugar.
Okay, let me sound off in the comments if you watch Reba.
I think we're gonna get a lot of comments.
We will have a lot of comments. It'll be flooding the comments saying that they watch Reba because it's a great show.
I've actually only seen Reba like once, and
it was at your house.
And it was at your house.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like, I had a good time.
I really watched Reba at my house, 7th grade.
Yeah, and we were like,
it's necessary.
I was on like an airbed in her living room, and it was nice.
It was nice. It was a good time.
It was really relaxing.
I don't remember this, by the way. I know, I believe that I did it. Like, I believe that I made you watch Reba, but I don't remember that happening.
I remember it, like, very, like, vividly. Like, it's
one of your favorite memories.
Yeah, it's actually something I think about every night.
Yeah.
I remember, like, the theme song, and, like, you knew every word. And I was, like, kind of confused, because, like, it was, like, mid-season, like, probably pretty late in the show. But, like, I liked what I could understand.
Amber came over to my house, and we were in my pool just watching Reba, like, for, like, 3 hours. Like, just watching Reba on the TV because I'm rich and I have a pool and I have a TV outside. Guys, I have a lot of money.
She's a very wealthy woman.
I'm very wealthy. And she got into it. Like, we were, like, talking. We were like, honestly, like, Cheyenne is, like, kind of being, like, spoiled right now. Like, she has an attitude. Like, she doesn't appreciate what Reba does for her. Like, we were getting into it.
Like, I really enjoy shows, like, in, I don't know what subgenre you consider Reba, like, old women shows. Like, I really
like a sitcom, like a niche sitcom.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you watched Everyone Loves Lucy's, or, like, is that what it's called?
Is it? I think it's I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy. I, like, watched that a lot as a kid, like, growing up. And I remember, like, because, like, I would watch it with my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
The evil one on my dad's side.
Patricia.
Patricia. We would watch it. And, like, that's, like, kind of like my Reba, but it's not as good because it was, like, I just feel like, I don't really remember, but, like, I feel like it, like, had bad things in it. Like, that's, like, probably not even true. But just because, like, she enjoyed it, I feel like it might have been, like, evil.
Yeah. One time, I was over at Lily's house in middle school, and Patricia screamed at me and made me cry.
She screamed at me and made me cry many times.
No, I'm so scared.
She
She
has
also
a
her husband threatened my mom on the phone once, and like he like called her a bitch. Like he was like he like called her a whore or something. I don't even know.
Oh my
They
god,
have beef.
once when I was like 7. This is actually like the first episode just unpacking all of the trauma.
They need
But,
to
like,
know.
When I was like 7, cause like I lived with my grandma in like majority of my life.
Yeah.
And I like electrocuted myself because I was trying to plug in my laptop because I was trying to play Sims.
I get it.
And we had a really old like power cord because like like with all your wires, like with your Wi-Fi and shit, you have like
Yeah.
a power cord. And I electrocuted myself, and I was like 7, so I started crying. And Mark and Patricia came in the room and were like, "You're just like your mother." I was crying because I got fucking electrocuted. Like, what do you mean? I'm just like my mother.
God, that's horrible.
I know.
What? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I guess I
Did
can't
your
cry
mother
as a
electrocute?
7-year-old.
Did your mother electrocute herself?
No,
Like,
I
in their
think
house?
it's just like I think it's just because I was crying. And they were like, "You fucking whore."
You're just like your mother. No, my mom like I don't even remember what the circumstance was. I think like Patricia was like she was like trying to keep us from like being friends, and like my mom like got mad about that. And so she called Patty, and she was like being like, you don't treat my daughter that way or something like that. I don't know. And Patty put Mark on the phone, and
I remember this.
he like screamed at her and like called her a bitch, and like that I never heard Mark speak a word. Like he just sat on the chair, and like I came in like because like I spent every day at Lily's house in middle school. Like it was like I was always over. I spent like weeks at a time there. Like I was always over, and for like years. And I like every time I came over, he was just like sitting in the same spot on the chair.
Yeah, he did not
like
move.
like watching like fucking like what is that one?
Like Criminal Minds.
Family Feud. Like he would be like watching like Family Feud or like
it was like that or like Law and Order.
Yeah. Exactly. And like the only time that I ever heard him talk was like a mumbled like hello, or like whenever he was like trying to guess like what the answer was on Family Feud. And like
Mark, he's like definitely like the less evil of the two, but he's such a simp for freaking Patty because like she's just like insane.
He like rules him like it's like if I didn't like hate her so much and if she wasn't literally evil, like I would kind of think it's iconic.
Yeah, but like we're 7 minutes in. First episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of that Niall Horn fan fiction that I like love.
Yeah.
Dirtbag. Go read it on Wattpad.
I was thinking about it earlier today. I don't know why.
Her grandparents like remind me of Patricia and Marcus,
yeah. See, like Mark, he like okay, they both like did crystal meth when they were younger. Like they I think they met through that. Like gold, you know what I mean? And they would always watch Breaking Bad with like my dad. And like that was like their show. Like, they love Breaking Bad because like Patty, she's from Albuquerque.
They like related to it.
Yeah, and like she would always be like, "Oh my god, I did that once." And she was like, she always like took such pride being in the same place as like the show, where the show took place. And I was like, I don't think this should be like something that you're like, yeah, I'm from Albuquerque and I did.
Yeah, I'm from the place that Walter White is from. You know where else Albuquerque is, or like what else is set in Albuquerque?
What?
Fucking High School Musical. Why not be proud of that?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, Patricia? I'm proud of it.
I'm filming.
I follow the high school that is High School Musical, like the High School Musical set in, like on Instagram, and they like post like regular school stuff. Like it's weird. Like they're like summer break, make sure to do your school reading, and like I'm like, what?
It's like the same with like the high school that Victorious was like set in. Like people go to that school,
Yeah.
and that's like insane to me. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Like I would love to.
Oh my god, there's a college that is the set of Zoe 101, and like people go there.
I think I'm gonna go there.
I want to, but it's like a private like Christian school.
Oh, well, I'll still go there. It's fine. Also,
I just think it's iconic. Like you like can walk like and like it's like the same. It's like literally the set of Zoe 101. I loved Zoe 101 whenever I was younger.
I was like a really big Victorious fan,
Mm-hmm.
and like I like it was like I remember like, watching it one day with my mom in the room, and she was like, "This is not a kids show," and then she like walked out and like continued to let me watch it. So like they made a joke.
God. I have a story that's similar to that. So I was watching Zoe 101 one time, and I don't even know the context of like the episode, but me and my mom, whenever we lived with my grandma, we shared a room, right? And I was young. I was like 7 or 8, and I was watching Zoe 101, and in the episode, like, you know how Logan was like a player?
Yeah.
So like he like my mom like was not in there for the whole episode. She walked in right as Logan like turned to this random girl and was like, "Want to make out?" And like my mom like for some reason got so mad that I was watching that and it said that, and like she made me watch like for like a solid month. She did not let me watch anything on like Teen Nick or like any like Nickelodeon shows other than like shows for literal babies. Like she let me watch like Yo Gabba Gabba and like Wow Wow Wubsy.
Once I was playing Sims, and like I would always like watch like play music on my phone when I played Sims. This is Sims 3 days, so this was when I was like in elementary still.
Yeah.
And I was watching an Iggy Azalea music video. It was work when it first came out, and the music video, I guess, is very. I think she played a stripper in that music video. I think she played a stripper.
Okay.
And it was just like resting on like I was resting my phone so like I could like, cause I was watching it and playing Sims, and
Yeah.
I think like my mom came in and she was like, "What are you watching?" I think she thought I was like literally watching porn, but like it was just an Iggy Azalea music video, and
What's the
I
difference?
was like, "I'm playing Sims," and I think she took away my phone for a little bit, but
me and my brother, William, we would watch Britney Spears and Lady Gaga music videos upstairs in like the game room of my grandma's house because like William liked it because like boobs.
yeah.
Right. But I liked it because like Britney Spears.
Yeah, literally.
I just like that it was like fun. Like I like the music.
I love Britney Spears. Like I feel
love
like
Britney Spears.
like she just puts me in a good headspace.
Me too. Like she's one of the artists that I listen to whenever I like need to feel like a hot girl.
Yeah, and like once I listened to this Lana Del Rey song and it literally sent me into like a manic episode, like genuinely. It was like the same time I got like, I don't know if I can say this.
Your therapist listens to this.
Yeah, I don't think I can say this. But like it sent me into like a whole manic episode, and then I just started listening to a lot of Britney Spears afterwards. So I was like, what's another like, I don't know. Music is a really dangerous thing for me. It can spiral me.
Britney Spears kind of like reminds me of your mom.
You know who reminds me of my mom? Trisha Paytas. Like
oh my god. Yeah.
And for years I thought this. Like before, like I remember like before I like when I really didn't like talk to my mom much when I lived with Patty, I would watch Trisha Paytas because I was like, oh my god, it reminds me of my mom. And then I didn't realize how bad that was until like after.
Yeah.
I was like, and now like I see videos of her on TikTok. I'm like, yeah. And it's like always like her breakdown videos where she's just like being batshit crazy. And I'm like, Mom.
You know what is a video that's like constantly playing in my head of Trisha Paytas? It's like that video of her where she's like Well, first of all, it's like all of the Hamilton like covers that she did, because like I think that's just, it's so perfect. It's literally me whenever I listen to the Hamilton soundtrack 407 times this year or something like that. I don't know. But like that's me. But that video of her where she's like, who speaks for the dogs, for the chickens, for the cows?
That's the video that reminds me of my mom. That reminds me of my mom.
Like when you said that she reminds you of Trisha Paytas, like I immediately thought of that video.
Yeah, I saw that video on my For You page and I was like, that just like, I know I've had that conversation with my mother.
I'm surprised that Trisha Paytas hasn't shaved her head on film ever.
I just
like I feel like that should be something that she's done.
Trisha Paytas is like a very interesting person, and like I know 100% she should be canceled, and like
she can't be canceled,
but she can't. Like people
she's
have
just
tried.
One of those people that she can't be canceled. That's who I strive to be. Obviously, I don't want to be Trisha Paytas. Let me just get that straight. Yeah. But I do strive to be like the type of person where like just like no matter what, like nobody can cancel me, because like it's just like everybody, like I feel like everybody has just like a respect for Trisha Paytas. Like no, like people don't like her, but like I respect her.
Yeah, no.
Like she's so interesting. And like she's been on the internet for so long that like at this point there's nothing that anybody can do like to hurt her.
I also feel like you
literally invincible.
And you can't cancel someone who just like doesn't care. Because I feel like she has addressed things, but I feel like it was for the sake of addressing things rather than like an apology. But like I was watching a clip from like she has a podcast with H3H3, which is the weirdest crossover.
I love it.
And she had this whole on breakdown,
yeah,
over Ela, I think. And she was literally like, I didn't even watch the full clip because like I don't even know, like I watched like an edit of it and it was like all speed up, so I couldn't really like grasp the whole context of it. But she was like, oh, you don't even fucking care. You don't care about me as much as you care about her. Like, what the fuck? And like she like started crying and she walked out and I was like,
yeah,
well,
no,
that's his wife and that's his baby mama. And like,
well, no, it's literally because she has BPD. And like she went
and it's
so like genuine. Untreated. And like that's why like I saw that video and I was like, yeah.
And like and I don't think people realize that like she's genuinely just like not mentally well. Like it's like
she's yeah, for sure.
It's really real.
She's genuinely like incredibly okay. I feel like it's like I'm so confused because like I obviously know that she is incredibly mentally ill.
Yeah.
Like I know that, but I also feel like it is somewhat a character.
I feel like she plays it up sometimes, but I feel like it's also just like her. Because I also feel like
it's kind of like Peaches.
Yeah, no, for sure. And she's been on the internet for so long that she knows what will get her relevant again, and she knows. And I'm not saying that she's doing it all for relevancy, but like, she definitely knows that like her breakdowns, like.
No, yeah, but I do genuinely think that whole like the thing on the what is it? It's called like Frenemies, right?
It's called Frenemies, yeah.
Yeah, on the Frenemies podcast, I think that was real completely. 100%.
I think it was real as well because
I saw it and I watched it and I was like, that is so genuine.
And I felt it in I felt it in my stomach. Like I was like I felt for her because like I knew that like obviously like she was being irrational, but I knew that it was genuinely how she was feeling. And like when you deal with those type of like disorders and shit, like your feelings aren't rational, your thoughts aren't rational.
And like you don't like,
and you don't think about it at the time.
And the thing with BPD and stuff is like you know that you sound crazy, but you can't like it's like you can't regulate your emotions.
Yeah.
That's like what it is, and that's like the main thing. So it's like I feel for her because like I know she knows, like she's self-aware. And I know that she knows that she's crazy, and I know that she knows that she's like that she sounds stupid and that people are gonna like cancel her and like it's irrational, but she like can't help it. And
And
I don't know.
I saw another clip of her on TikTok of her talking about, it was like she was spreading awareness about how like the whole like, I feel like a lot of people have been like romanticizing mania, and like
Mhm.
she was saying how she had this horrible like manic episode, and it was after her and not Jaden, what's his name? What's the guy, the old guy in the Vlog Squad?
Jason.
Jason. It was after her and Jason broke up because they were a couple.
Yeah.
That like she like literally went to his. He went to her house. She went to his house, and like she was like banging on all the windows, and then she got naked and she like threw herself in his pool, and like he was just like not even reacting to it, and she was just saying how like it's not a pretty thing, and how it's like she knows that it's like so awful, and that like it's just like not something to romanticize, and like the fact that she was saying how like she was acting so crazy that she was like scaring him, like he locked all his doors and shit, and like I think like called the cops or something.
Yeah, well, that's actually another thing. Like, I don't know everything that went on with them, but I just have a feeling that he like did some damage to her. Like, I
No.
feel like
For
I don't
sure.
know. I get bad vibes from Jason Nash.
And like
I get
another
like
thing-
manipulative like vibes from him.
Another thing, and I'm sure you've heard of this, he like tried to like pay, like he was like trying to get David to convince Tana Moja, who's like was 19 at the time, and he's like a middle-aged man, and he was with Trisha. Like he was trying to pay, like convince David to get Trisha, I mean to have Tana, like to have a threesome,
like a threesome, yeah,
a threesome with Trisha and Jason.
yeah.
And like
I
she's
heard
like
about that.
a very like young girl.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I just feel like he's creepy. Like, I feel like anybody who like, are we gonna like? People are gonna hate us.
no,
like, we're like talking about the Vlog Squad, but okay. I feel like anybody who like hangs out, like he like. How old was David Dobrik whenever they first started like being friends? Like he was young. Like he was like,
yeah, he's young now, so he had to be
he's
young
young now. So like, and they've been friends since like Vine. So like he, what, like 19? Like, I feel like that's just weird. Like, I don't know.
I really like.
He has whole kids.
Yeah, he has like whole ass kids, and like I don't really watch the Vlog Squad, but like I like David. Like I'm like because he's very like he gives like I feel like he's similar to Mr. Beast. He like gives away shit that people need, and like I'm glad that he's like using his money for like good.
Yeah.
And like I'm sure he's a nice, genuine guy. Like I'm sure he's lovely. But but I don't like watch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to back in the day.
I did too. His videos are really easy to watch because they're short.
Yeah, they're all
for me. Like I literally have such a like small attention span. I do like to watch like compilation videos of like funny moments of the Vlog Squad.
I like my attention span is so like I amaze myself like sometimes because like my attention span's very bad. But lately I've been like watching a lot of like live streams that have been like posted on YouTube, and they're like 2 hours long, and like I'll get through them somehow.
I can't. It would take me days to finish a live stream. Like I've done it before.
I feel like because like I also have my phone at the same time. Like I like will be watching on my computer and then like be on my phone. Like I have to do other things.
For sure. Like that's why like I like whenever I watch TV, I have to watch TV like on my I have to watch like a show on my TV and then be playing like a game on my phone or like doing something on my phone. Or like that's why I really liked the iOS update where you can like watch Netflix and be on other like apps, because
I don't take advantage of that enough. I really don't.
I do a lot. Like in school, like I'll have my headphones in, I'll be watching like Netflix, and then I will be like playing a game on my phone, and it like helps me.
On my phone, okay, the other day, because like yesterday I stayed up for like 38 hours straight, and my phone had died by the time it was like 5 a.m. My phone had died, and I broke my brand new fucking charger because I'm an idiot. And so my phone had died, and I was like, okay, I don't want to wake someone up and ask for a charger. I'll just like watch something on YouTube on my laptop. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And so, like, I watched this, like, 2-hour Quackity live stream. And then I went and checked the time. And I had watched, like, 2-hour things back to back. And it was, like, 10 a.m. And I was like, how does that work? How did it get to 10 a.m.? And then I realized that I just had no concept of time. And
I literally do not know where I am or like what time it is the majority of the time. I woke up this morning and I literally was like, oh dang, like I slept in late, like it's like 2. And like I had checked the time. Like I looked at the time and I was like, dang, I slept in late. And then like I went and I like took a shower and I looked at the time whenever I got out of the shower and it was like 12:30 and I was like, how does that work? What? And apparently
no,
I did not wake up at 2 p.m. I just thought I did.
last night, I can't remember if I went to bed like 10:30 or like,
You went to bed early.
yeah, because I hung up. I had to go. Like, I was like, I'm so fucking tired, Madison. I have to go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I have to like fall asleep to something. I can't just like lay down and go to bed. Like, I just can't do that. My mind always has to like be focusing on something, whether I'm paying attention or not.
That's crazy because I'm the absolute opposite. Like I will literally stay up like all night if I have anything like stimulating my brain.
Yeah, it's really like one or the other for me. Like, my brain doesn't make sense because then I woke up. I slept for like 15 hours. I swear. And then because I woke up at 12 today. We woke up around the same time, I think. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I just did. I don't know. I was having a moment when I woke up.
Fuck?
I was like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, I do that all the time. Or like I'll be like at school and I'll be like in like third period and then I'll just like snap and I'll be like, where am I? Like what time is it?
Do you ever do that during school? Like, okay. No, but I feel like when it's like last period for me, like when I did go to in-person school, I'd be like, how is it already like 8th period? Like, I swear it was just 2nd period. Cause I think I just zone out. Like, with school, I just have to like zone out the whole day or I won't be okay.
Yeah. And like that's like why time passes so fast for me. Like I swear it's September right now. Like I swear it's September because I just zone out during school. I literally like whenever I'm walking through the halls or like walking to my next class, I will literally like feel like I'm floating. Like I will not like I'm not there mentally like at all. And like I'm on like a block schedule, so we have like 5 class periods a day, but like it's every other day. And so like our class periods are literally an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, I could not. That's so long.
It's so bad. And like I'll be in like third period and it's like, and then I also have like dance for like 2.5 hours in the morning. And so like I'll be in like third period and like I'll be like, it's first period. Like, how is it not first period? But then I'll be like, oh my God, like I'm about to go. Like, I already went to lunch. Like, and I don't remember.
Oh my God, like, when I did go to school, whenever it would, like, because, like, I always am also listening to music. That's, like, it's, like, always, like, music and then, like, zoning out.
Yeah.
And whenever, like, because I would have lunch after biology last year. And I remember, like, when we would all line up to go, I'd be like, what the fuck? Because, like, biology was, like, my 5th period, I believe. And I'd be like, already? Like, I just, like, I don't know. I need to get my shit together. But
oh my God, especially because, like, I have, like, B-lunch. So I go to third period. Like, every day I have B-lunch. So I go to half of my third period, and then I go to lunch, and then I go back to my third period for the other half. And so, like, I literally, like, I'll be in the second half of third period and be like, is it almost lunchtime? Like, like,
when's lunch, sweetheart?
When's lunch? Especially because I, like, don't, like, eat lunch ever. Like, I kind of just like
yeah,
chill
no,
like
me
at a
either.
table. So like I just like it's so weird. It's
Lunch.
so weird.
I loved lunch last year because like, well, because I moved to the school in the middle of last year, and so it kind of took me a minute to like, because I kind of kept switching friend groups for a bit because like I kind of didn't find my little place yet. But I
Yeah.
sat out with these one group of girls for a while, and like they were okay. Like they were like you know, they're them. And
Yeah,
I
I
just
get it.
I didn't really talk to them, but like I was like really nice. It was nice of them to like offer me a place to sit for the first little bit.
Yeah.
And then I had a little friend group for a while when with
Mhm.
Corbin and them. And
Mhm.
then me and Caitlin got really close. And then for literally the last few months of school, it was just me and her. We had like no friends, I swear. It was just me and her at a lunch table by ourselves. And we would just be either on TikTok the whole time or we'd be talking about the weirdest shit. But it was like my favorite part of the day because it was like, wow,
It's just chill.
yeah, like I needed that.
Me and McKenna, we sit at lunch together, and like we're the only, because like literally like nobody has B lunch. Like nobody has B lunch. Everybody either has A lunch or C lunch, because it's like you have like lunch at the beginning of your third period or after your third period, you know?
It's
Like
such a weird thing to have in the middle. I would hate
yeah.
that.
So like most classes don't have that. But like so literally like nobody I know has B lunch except for McKenna. And so we literally just sit at a table by ourselves and just like make fun of Miss Crackle, my
Yeah,
dance teacher, for those who don't know.
Miss
We just
Crackle.
like make fun of her. Like we just like make fun of the way she dresses and like the way she talks and like the way she like does her
She
hair.
deserves it. She's like really mean. Like she's not like
She
a
sucks. No, she sucks. Nobody send this to her.
she's like she like made a girl cry for like no reason.
She like fat shamed people. She like
Yeah,
made a 14-year-old cry once.
for like no reason.
Just
Like
because she was just like,
she,
nobody
like
likes you and
yeah,
nobody
she literally
wants you on
said
the
that.
team.
Yeah, she's like that's like word for word what she said, and that's like so fucked up.
And like I was like in the locker room and the girl walked in and she was just sobbing, like having like a panic attack almost. Like one of those like cries where it's like you're like gasping for air, you're like like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, Miss Greg said she hates me. And, and like and I was like, okay, calm down. And she told me, she was like, Miss Crackle said that nobody likes me and that nobody wants me on the team. And I was like, what? She's like
How are you
14.
how are you
She's a
gonna work
freshman.
with kids and then just like thrive to make them cry?
Literally. And
It's like
no, I
what?
swear, she's been here, like she's been at my school like as the dance teacher for literally ever. And like they're like, my friend was talking to this woman who was on the team in like the 90s and had Crackle as her director. And she was talking about how like awful she was then. And like she's been bullying kids since like the 90s.
How old is she? Jesus.
I don't know. Literally, oh my god. This is a whole
Why is
other
she
thing.
why is she Abby Lee Miller? Why is she Abby Lee Miller?
She's literally, one time she said that she was 49, but then she also said that she's been teaching for 40 years. But then also, like, I found on like online that she's 55, but then I also found out that she's 57. But then I also I swear to God, like she's like a ghost. Like she's a scam
She's
artist.
like immortal. Like
No, I swear she is.
I think she's just like a ghost that like you can only see her at the school. Like
For real. But no, because one of like this girl that is in my biology class, she told me that she saw Miss Crackle going to fucking water aerobics. Like, you know, like what old ladies do with like the like
yeah, I know
the, like swim caps, and they're
yeah,
like,
I know what that is.
yeah. She goes to water aerobics in her neighborhood, and she like saw her doing it once.
I feel like I feel like I've seen a picture of her. Like you've showed me her for sure. But like I feel like if I ever saw her in public, I just like couldn't make eye contact with her.
Oh my god. One time, I have so many stories, but like one time McKenna saw Miss Crackle at like Kroger or something, and McKenna's mom was like, oh, there's Miss Crackle, like go say hi. And McKenna was like, I don't want to. And then her mom was like, go say hi. And then so she like she like was like Miss Crackle, and she was like following her, and Miss Crackle like saw her, and then like just like sprinted like to the checkout and like checked out everything like really fast, and like McKenna was like trying to catch up to her, and she she had her cart, and she like pushed her cart so far like fast out of the, and like McKenna like chased her throughout the like.
At that point, she just should have just gave up.
No, but
like, why didn't she just walk away?
I don't know, but she was like, Miss Crackle, hi, like, hey, hi, Miss Crackle, and like Miss Crackle was just like looking back, like just like walking fast, like fast walking out of the store.
I just imagine like, I don't know, I just imagine her as Abby Lee Miller. Like, I just imagine her looking like Abby Lee Miller, and I just imagine Miss Crackle like looking over her shoulder, like, oh shit, and then like picking up the pace each time, and just like like running to her car.
No, that's literally what happened. She followed her all the way to like the doors like where you leave the Kroger, and like Miss Crackle just stormed out.
That's like, but why? That's so rude.
Literally, like why? Like McKenna is an officer too. Like she's
just give her a small just like give the girl a wave, like Miss Crackle. Dang.
Just be like, hi,
sugar. Just like give her a quick hi, sugar.
Just a sweet hi, sugar. Like. It's not hard. I do it all the time.
All you have to do, yeah. I give a quick hey, sugar, all the time.
It's so easy to be a Southern mom, and it's like, it's so disrespectful. Like, how are you gonna be Southern and be disrespectful?
It's like, how are you gonna be able to be a Southern mom and then not take the opportunity?
Exactly. Like, just give a simple hey, sugar, hey, sweetheart.
I wish it was socially acceptable for me to be like a Southern mom, because
I do too.
Like,
but like people are like, oh, like she's weird, or like, oh,
yeah, they
like,
call me weird and shit. I'm like,
why is she talking like that? And it's like, because I want to. That's how I talk, sugar.
My grandma was talking to me. It was on Thanksgiving, and you know when I refer to my brother, I always say God. Like, I don't ever say Carter. I say God. Like, it's just how it is. And like, she's like saying how like ever since you moved here, you've developed a country accent. And
I've had a country accent.
Cause like I don't know if she just thinks this is like my real voice. Like, I don't know if she just thinks I talk like a Southern mom all the time. Cause I think it just always happens when I'm like, I think she only sees me when I'm like talking to my siblings.
Yeah.
And it just comes out.
And like I'll be like, we'll be like on FaceTime, and then you'll like say something to Angel, and you'll be like, Angel.
Yeah.
Can you make me a sandwich? Like,
can you get me some tea?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Angel.
I genuinely think that's just like, I think that's like who she thinks I am. Which it is, but like also like, it's not.
Grandma, it's satire. Ever heard of it?
It's satire, so we got. And so when she told me that, I was like, do I have a country accent? Like when I just like regularly talk. I just think I have a speech impediment. Like, I think that's just it. Like,
Southern accents are just speech impediments. Like,
to be fair, yeah.
To be honest,
it's like I want to see Corpse talk in a Southern mom accent.
Let's get Corpse on the pod.
Can we get Corpse on the pod? We can put him in the thumbnail. It's me,
Corpse. It's me. Corpse. Wait, okay, try to do the Southern mom voice, but then also the Corpse voice.
Hey,
sugar.
Hey,
it sounds like I have strep throat.
It sounds like I've just like smoked a pack a day for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
which is like pretty accurate to Southern moms. Or like Southern women.
For sure. Like my grandma, I love my grandma to death. But like she just like smells like cigarettes. Like whenever like
I love the smell of cigarettes.
I do too, but like it's like such a strong, because like whenever my therapist, sometimes I miss my therapist calls because like my phone's always on do not disturb.
Yeah, me too.
So she'll like call my sorry, I can't talk. Or if I have a meeting with my psychiatrist, it has to be over the phone. So she'll hand me her phone, and like her phone just smells like cigarettes. And like, so like I will just like smell like cigarettes for the rest of the day. And it's like, I
love the smell of cigarettes on people. I know we talked about this last night, but I think it needs to be known. Like, I love the smell of cigarettes, like, on somebody's, like, shirt. I think it just is so good.
It reminds me of home.
It reminds me of home. Like,
it reminds me of, like, my childhood. That's just, like...
No, literally. Like, did this ever happen to you where you would be like in the car, like behind your mom's seat, like when she was driving, and like she would be like smoking a cigarette, and like she would like try to blow the like smoke out the window,
Yeah, out the
but it just
window.
goes back because you're going so fast, so it blows back in your face, and then you're just like, like you
Oh
just
my
like
God.
can't, you just like get
Ugh.
secondhand smoke while when you're 7.
Yeah, no, and like my dad would always like smoke out like outside when he would like get home from work, and I would like go out and talk to him because like I would only kind of see him after work because he worked all day, and this
Yeah.
is when I was really young, and I would be like, "Hey, Dad," and he'd be like, "Oh, don't smoke these. They just help me de-stress." And then he'd be like smoking a cigarette, and it would just like blow in my face because like Texas is just windy, I think.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Oh, okay," and then I would just be sitting there enjoying the secondhand smoke,
Now
just like
look
as
at
a child.
Yeah. I
And look
think
at me
that
now.
like
I turned up.
if I'm ever going to develop a nicotine addiction, it's gonna be cigarettes. Like, because
They
I
just
just like they're just cooler.
they
Like
look cool.
I don't want to look lame. Like if I'm gonna hurt my lungs, it's gonna be cool.
It's
And
like
I'm gonna smoke like cigars. Like with a
like
martini in my hand.
that's my thing. It's like that's why like I don't get people who like obviously like obviously like I have a nicotine addiction though, but like I don't really like talk about it. Like I don't get people who like post videos of them like with their jewel. It's like that's just lame.
Oh my God, you know what happened the other day at school? So like I was in Spanish, right? And you know how there's like those boys in my class that are just like racist and annoying? So
Mhm.
they were being like so annoying, and I literally couldn't stand it cuz like we're in class for an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm just with them for an hour and 30 minutes in like a small room, and like they're the only ones talking. And so I had to go to the bathroom. Or I didn't have to go to the bathroom, but I went to the bathroom. And I was just standing there like by the sinks, just like on my phone. Like I literally, and I didn't know that anybody else was in there. But like there was this girl, and she walked out of the stall right in front of me, and she had like a jewel in her hand, but she like hid it in her sleeve really quick, and like she was like, "Oh, sorry, I was just doing something."
Me. Oh
And
my God.
I was like, "That's cool. I get it, girl." And cuz like, I'm just like a southern mom, so I genuinely was like, "Okay, sugar, like that's whatever, sugar." And she looks really cool. Like she was like really cool. And she just like went back in the stall and like took another hit and then left.
Me. When I went to school for like 3 days, I brought like my jewel because like I like would die because like
I get it.
it's just so bad. So I went to the bathroom like every fucking period, and also after every period. And I remember like the bathroom was really close to my third period, but just like walking to like third period, hitting it in the fucking bathroom real quick, and then walking back was like the best feeling ever. Cause like just like being dizzy and then also being really sleep deprived because like you didn't sleep that night, you were up all night on TikTok. It was
Yeah.
just like it's the most wonderful feeling, just feeling like you're gonna faint. And like I would
I
be
think
walking.
there's better feelings.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Like just like walking and like not even able to walk straight. I don't know. It's great. Love it.
Okay.
Love my life. I miss school.
I love my addiction.
Because like it's just like because like they hit harder when like well obviously like the head rushes are just better when you're not in a place you're at all the time. Cause like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's bad. Don't smoke, kids.
And I just like to state that I do not have a nicotine addiction, and I probably wouldn't be able to develop one because I I'm a dancer. I'm like I can't like fuck up my lungs. That's kind of like important. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
important to be able to breathe whenever you're like dancing.
Yeah. No. Like me and my sister
But
were.
if I ever were to like in the future, like whenever I'm an adult, like develop I almost said eating disorder.
Oh,
Had one of those, sweetheart. But
been there.
but like if I were to ever develop a nicotine addiction, like in the future, whenever I'm like older and not like in school, it would not be from Jules. Like, it would
No,
be
Jules
from...
are so lame. Jules are so lame.
They're so lame. Like, they're so uncool. Like, you just look like you look dumb.
Yeah, that's why like I like, and I don't get people who like do tricks with them either. Like I do
like,
it.
blow like
O's.
Yeah.
Like I do it for the like, and that's why like I don't like talk about it often with people. Like I talk about it with you.
Yeah.
But like that's just because like addiction. But like,
but you're not like bragging about it.
Yeah, and if anything, it's something I'm like, I think it's lame, and I'm ashamed of. I'm like, ew, Jules, gross. But like, I was on the track with my sister once. We were running, and I was like, my lungs, like, I was like having an awful time because like my lungs could just not handle it. And
like with like dance, they don't like let us get water. Like, okay, they give us water breaks, and like, you know me, like I'm literally on Vyvanse. Like, it makes my mouth dry as hell. So like I have to drink a lot of water, and then also on top of like dancing, like I have to drink water. And so, and like Cody also is on the same medicine, like the same dosage and everything that I'm on. 20. So like we'll both be like, can we get water? Like every 5 minutes. And like Miss Crackle will literally be like, no, you're okay. Run it again.
I don't get like how you're just not allowed to get water.
Yeah.
I don't understand. We're at 45 minutes, by the way. Like we can still keep talking. I'm just like letting you know. But like, even like, don't you also have to wear your masks when you practice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like, you're already dying because of that.
Yeah, literally. Because we're dancing, we're doing it full out, because you know that if we don't do it full out, then Miss Crackle's gonna scream at us. So we have to do it full out at 7 a.m. And also, like, I take medication that makes my mouth dry. It's like, if I'm asking for water, it's because I need water. Like, I think she thinks that we just like are lazy.
Yeah, no.
And we're just like trying to get out of it. It's like, girl, I pay like thousands of dollars for this each year.
Let me get my water.
Like, I swear I'm not trying to get out of it. I pay a lot of money for this. Like, I'm here for a reason, but like I need water. Like, it's like kind of a necessity.
Another thing I don't get, like, teachers, I know that Miss Crackle's not a teacher. I mean, technically, but like whatever.
She is. She's a teacher. She's a dance teacher. But that's nothing.
But like, if a teacher in general just like doesn't let you like use the restroom or like get water, I don't get that. Just like,
I mean, I feel like I kind of understand whenever like the having to ask to go to the bathroom,
obviously, but like,
because it's like they need to know where you are, because
I mean, like, when they say no,
yeah, but like, or like if somebody's like already out and then they're like, oh, you can go later, or like after I finish the lesson, or like whenever you finish your test or whatever. But it's like, if you're not gonna, like, a teacher, like I've had teachers that like only let us go to the bathroom like a few times a semester.
Yeah, like they have like those tickets that are like,
yeah,
oh,
literally,
like it's like a 4-time a semester thing.
Yeah, and like Miss what's her name? Miss Crawley. She was like a history teacher in middle school. She did that, and like she like didn't let us fucking go to the bathroom, and I was like, girl, like why?
And there's the teachers that are like, you had passing period. Passing period's like 4 minutes.
But then we also get in trouble if we're late.
I know, it's like, when do we win? When can we pee?
Exactly.
When can I pee? You know what I mean?
Or like when teachers are like, you just had lunch.
I know, it's
like, yeah, I just had lunch. That's why I have to pee. That's how the body works. I drank and I ate, and now I have to use the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought you were a biology teacher. You should know this.
It's like, I really don't miss school at all. Like, I am so happy that like Corona happened and I can do online, but also like it's so much sometimes because like it's such a self-discipline thing. Like at first I could really handle it, I feel like, because like the transition at first was like, oh my god, just a few things a day, I got it. But like as time went on, like the week before break happened, because like I got in break early, I was like, I could not handle it anymore. Like I could not turn shit in. I had so many missing assignments because like I think I was just like really just like very unmotivated.
Yeah.
And
For
like
sure. So was I. I had 4 missing assignments that I needed to turn in for English, but I was passing, so I was like, I'm not turning it in. Even though like
yeah,
I had like a 72 and like it could have dipped down at any time and I had like 4 zeros and my mom was like, if you don't get these turned in, you're getting your phone taken away. And I was like, okay, whatever.
okay. Literally the day before, well, I didn't expect to go on break early because they just like 4 day. It was like a Tuesday, and we had break the next week.
Mm-hmm.
They just emailed everyone and said, "Oh, finals are off. You're on break early." I'm not saying I manifested that, but like I did.
Okay, like we were on FaceTime and you were like, I don't want to do finals, and I was like, you don't have to. Like, there's literally no finals. And then you were like,
and then
you're
Angel,
right.
And then Angel and I like literally said once, like, "Oh yeah, we don't have finals," and then it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And
Literally.
I got to miss like all my important finals. Like, I got to miss algebra, physics, fucking accounting, which I don't even know I'm in accounting, but it's really fucking hard. Like, it's a really hard class.
I understand that you're.
Oh
What
my
did
god.
that email even say? I forgot. I have it in my notes.
That email. Okay, so like I was like, just for accounting, I didn't even like pay attention to any of the lessons. Like I didn't even like look at them. I would just like genuinely submit empty things and then lie to her and say that it was a glitch. Like, and it worked for a little bit. It worked at first. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Like I was submitting them and they just blank. But that stopped working. And then she emailed me and said, Liliana, I know you're struggling in account. And she was saying if you want me to like go over it, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then I just started cheating on the assignments, and she was like, you're doing so much better. She's actually so sweet, and like I love her, and I kind of feel bad, but like,
no,
oh my god,
don't feel bad.
And then once she gave us an assignment, and I like cheated on it, and then but I guess I looked up the wrong thing, and like I submitted the wrong thing, and she was like, Liliana, this is over a lesson we haven't been over yet. And she like left that in like a private message in my Google Classroom, and I just like ignored it. I was just like, I just didn't even acknowledge it. I was like, oops.
Literally, oh my god, whenever I was online, my biology teacher, she messaged me and she was like, please submit this assignment. And like and then like linked the assignment and I I didn't finish it. And I was like, I did. And like I was like, I did. And she was like, well, can you submit it again? I don't have it. I was like, I submitted it.
No, and my grandma, literally, if like because like everything is usually due by like 4 p.m. for my teachers, which is like really weird.
Mine is 11:59.
Yeah, no, if there's like some classes are due by 11:59 and there's like some that are due at 4. It depends on the teacher. But my grandma somehow knows like right away. Like the moment it's like it like hits like 5 o'clock, or like 4:01 actually rather. My grandma will get an email and she'll text me right away. And she's like, you have a missing sum in English. And I'll be like, damn, can I breathe? Like, I'm trying. Like, I was
due 5 minutes ago, Grandma.
I remember, like, especially for algebra, because that's one of the things that are due by 4. And I try to do my classes in order by the teachers who email me the most. Like, that's how I order them. Like, I always do accounting first, because I know that bitch will email me. And then I do algebra, because, like, it's important, I guess. And I'm in algebra 2, by the way, and like I shouldn't be in that. That's a junior class. I literally don't
I'm
even
in geometry.
I'm supposed to be in geometry. Like that's what you're supposed to be in sophomore year, and I'm not in it. And I'm like, what the hell's happening? And I'm not good at math. Like I am not.
My school's weird because like they have like half of the juniors in algebra 2 and then half of the juniors in geometry and then half of the sophomores in geometry and then half of the other half of the sophomores in algebra 2. So like my friends in juniors, I'll like be doing the same stuff as them in geometry, and like it really doesn't help because like a lot of the time like my friends on like in dance like that are juniors, I'm always like, oh, like we're in the same grade. And then like we'll be like talking about the assignments that are due or like the major grade that's due, and it's like it doesn't help me thinking that we're already in the same grade because we're like in the same
Yeah,
classes. We might as well be in the same grade.
my friend Alea was in my algebra 2, and she's a junior this year. Most of my friends are juniors because I just like don't really fuck with a lot of people in my grade. And and she was in my algebra 2 class because like my school is similar situation. Like half of them are in geometry, half of them in algebra 2. And like literally, I remember the first day I went online, I was like, "What the fuck is happening in this class?" I texted her, and I was like, "Hey," and she was like upset with me because I went online because we had that period together, like we had that same class, and like I was like, "I know you're upset with me because I switched online, but could I get the answers?" And she was like, "Yes." She sent them to me. She's so sweet. I love her.
Me and Marisol, I was thinking about this. It's so crazy that we are like living in a time where like everything is online and like literally like I can, if I want, I can be in my class and like have like a major grade like assignment or like a major grade like test, and I can just decide to take it at home. Like I can just be like, I'll take it later and take it at home and like get full credit. And like me and Marisol, she took me out to eat and she paid for my food, and then I did her geometry test for her. Her major grade like final. like I just did it for her, and we like went and got boba.
Oh my god, I had boba once.
I just did her final for her in Whataburger. Like,
did your boba tasted like soap?
I didn't get any.
Oh, cause like I had it once and it tasted like soap to me.
I've never had boba. There's a boba place like right by my house, and that's where we went, and it's actually so like cozy, and like there's like couches and like nobody is ever in there. I think I'm gonna chill there.
Just like make it your hangout spot. Yeah. That's such like an indie movie thing to do.
That is. I should text Marisol and ask if she wants to go to the boba place and just hang out.
I remember, okay, it's when I lived in Abilene. Okay. It's like the population's like 200,000 or like 100,000. Like it's like not a compared
It's not a super small town, but it's not like a big town either.
It's like going from Houston to that, I thought it was small, but then going from that to here, which is like there's like 1,000 people in my town. It's like a very small town.
Yeah.
It's like because I've experienced like probably like pretty like every size town mainly. But like I really liked Abilene. Like at the time I didn't, but like it's really good because like it had like a good amount of places to hang out. Like the mall was really cool because it wasn't super big like the Galleria, so there was just like places to hang out, and like it had like little like niche like stores and like shops and like restaurants, and I really enjoyed that. Cause like here we don't even like we have like one fast.
We have like a Subway and like a Dollar General.
Yeah, we have a Subway and a Dollar General.
That's
and, like,
how my town is. Like it's pretty like well sized. It's definitely getting like urbanized. Like they're about to start making a fucking medical center like right next to my neighborhood, which is gonna suck. Like there's literally gonna be a hospital, like a full on like you know how like in Houston they have like Houston Methodist, and then right next to it is Texas Children, and then right next to it is like it's just like all of the or like Memorial Hermann, like all of the different hospitals like right next to each other. They're like literally doing that like down the road. Like I could walk there.
I think about like if I were to like need to get to a hospital, like
hospital,
if I would like I would have to drive like 30 minutes to get to one, or like probably longer, because like the nearest town.
Do you have like urgent cares
like nearby?
Yeah, like in your town.
Not in my town. No, not even in my town. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, where would I go? Like I'm sure my grandma would know because like she lived here. Like she's from here, but she also lived in Houston majority of her life. But she was also a nurse when she lived here. So, like, I'm sure there's one nearby since she worked there every day. It's just, like, if I needed to get somewhere and I was going to die in, like, less than 45 minutes, what would happen? Like, what would happen?
Just open heart surgery in your living room.
Yeah, that's why, like, half of the time, I'm not really worried about, like, my health. I mean, I'm worried about my health, but, like, I know that if my grandma would know what to do because she was a fucking nurse.
Yeah.
I trust her.
What time are we on?
We're at 59 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay, ladies.
Okay, ladies.
Okay, sugar. I think this was a good episode. We unpacked a lot of trauma at the beginning. We told a lot of funny stories. It was good. It was a good first episode.
It was a good first episode. Thank you guys for listening. If you listened,
Thanks.
thanks. I'm now gonna tell Craig, our manager, to leave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.